Okay, so I am live. All right, cool. I'll take it. I'll take it. So, anyway, I didn't delete the last one because I'm really trying to get at this and trying to get back in the groove. And I've been being lazy. So, finally spent some time with my son and hung out with him for a little bit. Went to go see Wicked. Wicked was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. So, we did that, and I couldn't wait to get back because I've been messing around with these new softwares and updates and stuff, and one of them is anti gravity. But anyway, you guys are here for XRP, so listen, guys. Um, we've been dealing with a lot of hype. Um, a lot of us bought in or caught a glimpse of it and said, "Oh wow." Let's get in on this. And then we all been waiting. I think I've been in on XRP for about a month. I want to say just for about a month. And I think I I got in. Hmm. Where is my thingy-majiggy-majiggy? It doesn't matter. So anyway, I got in around about 243. So I got in here. Yeah, I got in right around here. And I've been watching it fall and go down and go down. But I've been doing my research and it all makes sense. Um, I don't see uh, really where the world is going to as far as, digital assets and going on chain and blockchains and digital. I just think that's what this is all about with people losing their jobs and people freaking out, white collar people freaking out, because AI is replacing their jobs. And they're like, well, wait a minute, I went to, school for da 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 da. And, it's just like, well, these AIs can do the job of like 10 people. So, that goes for me too. Robots are around the way. Everything's going to automation. So, um, I think what XRP does is it branches, the world together with currencies. It gives it makes these rails a little bit more easier to navigate for this digital money that's going to be going around, and everybody's money is turning digital. Everybody's money is turning digital. And that's the thing about it. I've been telling people like left and right that don't think that you're in the clear, um, because all your money they're converting it. They're converting all their money in the banks to coins because they realize that they're going to save a lot of money, but they're going to keep charging you the same. You're not even going to know it. So they're betting on you not being financially aware that your fees are not going to change, but they're going to save all this money. And they know only about what 2% of the population, if that, pays attention to the financial market. So they're like, cool, we're just gonna flip. I mean, you're not gonna know. And it's gonna be so funny because they're gonna turn all your physical money into their bank's tokens and be able to ship those tokens across to different banks and stuff to settle money and payments off the back of your fees that to them is going to be almost next to zero. But for you, it's still going to be like 30 cent, 20 cent per transaction. You know what I'm saying? Some even higher than that, and I just really think that that's where that's going to be going. I think that we need to be very careful going here. I do believe that this thing can explode. I don't know about $1,000 though before. I don't know about $1,000 before January, guys. I just don't know. But they know the stock market more than I do. I'm just a big believer in the coin and the token and the utilization of it. I do believe that they do have a niche along with some other companies, right? Because XRP just isn't the only one that that has this capability. There's other companies, Hedera, I think one of them is called HBAR. XLM kind of does the same thing. I'm hearing that Swift's about to get its own coin. So I've been looking at that. I'm like, man, I want to buy that one, but it's not on the exchanges. So I don't want to be too greedy. But then again, I don't want to miss out on this new age. Much like most of us, I think a lot of us missed out on the Bitcoin era and are kind of feeling like a little bit of FOMO. Um, a little bit of FOMO watching everybody else, get to it. And so I feel you. I'm kind of the same way. It's like, man, I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss out on this opportunity to, um, make some money, and be a part of something, maybe even on the crypto scene. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to miss out. And I definitely don't want to miss out myself. So I think that's what a lot of us are in our journeys. We're just, we got that little bit of cash. We're thinking about the future. We're thinking about our kids. We're thinking about our parents. We're probably the only one. They call it what they call it, survivor's remorse. And I definitely get it myself because you feel like you're the only one, which you're not. Because if your family members, see you saying that you feel like you're the only one quarantined, they're gonna get rid of you. But you feel like that sometimes. You feel like you worry about everybody else who's not worried about the broader picture. So, and I know we're all looking for that moonshot, that cheap entry. And the same thing here. It's like get in, buy in, hold. I do think with institutions coming on and Ripple trying to become a bank, that this thing can go. Um, I do think recent news. They're comparing it to Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it's a good place to be in, and to get in at a cheap price point is crazy because it's going to be the future. I mean, crypto was already there. Crypto was somebody thinking way ahead in the future, and Bitcoin just benefited from it in the early years. And I do think Bitcoin is going to go down. I really do. I think Bitcoin is. I think people are going to wake up and realize that listen, there is nothing in Bitcoin that benefits me. And then again, like they're saying, like they don't even know who made um, Bitcoin at the moment. I mean, there's a bunch of drama going on inside of that scene as well. So, and then how people are. They don't want to be associated with something like that. So they're all like turning tail and all this other stuff, which is fine. That's America. Like we're a really emotional country. I'm starting to learn because my head was in the clouds for so long. But anyway, um, XRP um, with its utilization can do a lot of different things. And I just hope that we're all here to see it. Um, this is what I got going here. So we're at the bottom here. So I think we're gonna get a turnaround here soon and come back up in touch. Of course, the next area would be for me. Ooh, 420, 423 maybe. You think, guys? It's capped out at 369. So we'll see. I'm thinking 430. I'm thinking 430 just to give us something to talk about a little bit. Like, oh, okay, we're making a move. Everybody's gonna calm down. Everybody's gonna chill out, and then we're probably gonna come back down midway, which would probably be around about $3. People gonna start crying when they reach down here, and it's gonna come down on the slopes. No, 2, maybe 3, and then some big catalyst, maybe Clarity Act to do it. I'm not sure. Um, we'll try to get it figured out. Uh, it's not always what you think. I hear a lot of people saying that, hey, this may happen just out of freaking nowhere, and it's like, what? And And that's just scary too. That's scary too. Because they say, you could wake up and be rich. You know what I mean? And I think a little bit that's what everybody's waiting on a little bit too. But at the same time, I do think this is a good long-term investment um, for what it can do. Of course, everybody, the big keywords is cross-border payments, ease of use, established, been around 14 years, connections, MasterCard, um, great development team. I wish I could name off the top of my head, and I'll get better at that. But I just want to be on here to let everybody know that and I think XRP is a great coin, and this is not financial advice at all. But I think it's worth holding on to, putting a couple of bucks in, and watching it grow, even if it's 10. I was telling a lot of people, just put your money in, man. Just that pack of cigarettes, that Snickers bar, that extra burger that you would get, just throw that in on XRP and walk away. Because I do think it is going to away be a good thing and walk away. Because I do think it is going to away be a good thing and walk away. And that's just where we're at with it, guys. Sorry about that. I was testing out the audio. So it sounds like we sound good here. So now I can kind of not worry about now sounding great. So yeah, so I'm excited. I wish I could pull up. I might do have some files that I can pull up. Let me go pull that stuff up. I'll be right back, gang. Let me tighten this up real quick. Um, and I had some images. Let's take that down. Where is this? Okay, I don't even know what that is. Okay. So, but okay, I like this one to be up to XRP files. So yeah, Jerome Powell. Yeah, I just think XRP is gonna be it, man. I just think that it's gonna be one of many companies that'll benefit from it. I think XLM, I think H bar is really good. I think XRP on the ledger has a bunch of really dope things on it. I think that XRPH is going to be a dope coin to be a part of and want to be with. Some of these already went live already, but um, I think the world is going to benefit from all this quickness, and they're not even going to know. People aren't any like only people are going to know that this is a thing and that this happened is us. And what's crazy, I'm gonna say something retarded, but if it doesn't make us rich, it's like, you know what, dog? Like who I'm gonna tell? Like how are people gonna know that yeah, this is the future? Because they gotta make a bunch of random ass people rich, so people could be like, hey, crypto, that's a new wave. Security, electricity, transparency, and even if you don't want transparency, which I've heard too, is that XRP XRPL, they're working on a ledger, like a bridge ledger for it, for banks that want to have undisclosed transactions and stuff. So I do think we're scaling up. I'm into ADA. God, what's the name of that coin? I think I got a bunch of coins. Let me go to my watch list real quick, y'all. Um, so that's me, of course. I really want to get into this Swift coin, bruh, because for some reason, I think because this is their own little thing, but they never give. You see what I'm saying? They never. It's not updated to where you can see like what they're on. But anyway, what was I looking at? We're looking at XRP. Okay, here's XLM, and then crypto. They never give me image widget, new shit, all widgets, quotes, options. No, general. Message community cloud node market. I don't know. I can't find it, bro. But where the fuck is profile? That's crazy. Anyway, I gotta get a little bit better at this and on the fly and in the moment type deals. But XLM is really good. They all kind of vet. I'm really interested in vet because they're linked up to Walmart, and I'm really interested to see what they're on and what they got going with it. So the current price is 204. Got up to 207. Wells are moving around. I got this little running thing. I think I might have this live on my channel, but I know somebody's gonna. They already got it like where they have like the actual stock and it's going up and down, but that's just too much for me. So just little information in the background, guys, while y'all are listening or trying to get the deal. But I suggest, and this is not financial advice, that you try to get yourself some XRP. You know, don't be late. Don't be that person that said, "Oh man, because I did that once in my lifetime with Bitcoin when it was nothing. When it was nothing, I did that, and I said, nah. And I was into some of these coins too, way back in the day. I just got out of it because you get busy. You don't see a market for it. You start second guessing. Um, you start second guessing your investment. So I just chilled out. I took a long step back, which I shouldn't have. I should have left that money over there. But times get hard. The shock price thing is supposed to be happening. I'm hearing a lot of buzz about that. They got a couple of catalysts in play. Jake Claver, that guy with the moonshot. Some of his stuff is coming in. He's the reverse carry looks like it's coming through the ETF filings. So a couple of his things that he says is kind of being, touched on. Institutional accumulation is coming, right? Retail FOMO hasn't happened yet, and then global liquidity bridge hasn't happened yet, but it's coming. So we're 25% there on basically what Jay Claver says. 25% there, guys. So I'm working on the recent news section. I gotta fix that. I gotta find a better API, but JP Morgan reportedly takes an XRP. I think they might be old, but um, there's a lot of good things going on with XRP. Um, you know, uh, I think once this gets spread out and people start finding it and people start saying asking questions, and then you start seeing on X how people go at it about XRP versus Bitcoin. I really do think Bitcoin is going to go down. Here are a few of XRP YouTubers you guys want to check out. They're also on X as well. Just don't take my word for it. I'm just a fan of the coin. I can spit some facts too about it, but as I get more comfortable going live and talking about it, then I'll be able to, convey my thoughts better. Um, it's new for me to pop out again and being, public because I had a channel before and I was helping people, and I gotta be really careful. Just because I put my heart into stuff. So once I get passionate about something, like I'm into it, and so I'm really into XRP, and I'm glad I joined the army. I'm not trying to have a huge voice in this thing. I just want people to understand I'm here. I'm here with you. I'm waiting on the price to blow up too. You feel me? But I'm also waiting my turn. Right? I understand that I can't just skip the line. It's people that's been here. One of the guys I follow. What's the old white guy? It's a bunch of old white guys, but don't not being racist in it, but he always refers to his wife Judy or Jilly or wherever she is. But this guy, listen, let me tell you, when I watch this channel, hey, listen, I just be smitten. I need to go, man. Can I pull up the YouTube stuffy? I think I can. Let's do this real quick. I think I can. Yeah, like these people, man. Listen, bro. It's just all day. If you type in XRP, and you'll have a litany of a list of just and it's just hopium. Like I mean, I believe it's real. Like if we go to recent, like let's say today, or even put on upload date. Like, you can find information on XRP all day. You know, okay, hold on. BlackRock just filed this, and it's 100% about XRP. I don't know. Crypto Insights. Y'all want to check it out? Let's check it out together, gang.
Every crypto commentator is still hypnotized by...
Let's turn that crap down. Hold on, fam. Was that too loud for y'all?
by their Bitcoin ETF headlines.
AI generated.
Something far more important.
AI generated. You already know what that means.
By their Bitcoin ETF headlines. Something far more important has been hiding in plain sight. Deep within a dense...
Yeah, I'm not. That's too much. That's just clickbait. That's why we didn't click it. But, yeah, gang, you know, I'm here with you. I believe in the whole thing. I'm chilling right now. I'm just relaxing. Had a good weekend with my son. I was talking about that earlier. And just messing with some of the stuff that I'm trying to get into outside of work, because work takes up a lot of my time. Work takes up a lot of my time and my joy. So, you know, I'm trying to put that back into something else. You know, I think XRP is just for me. I'm also into stocks. Like, I've been trading the stock market. Anyway, so, you know, I've been learning a lot doing that, making sure that gets popping. I know y'all want me to click on these videos, but I don't want these people to shut me down, dog. Like, I don't want no smoke with these people. I don't want none of that. Listen, I don't want anybody hitting my inbox. Oh, you copying so-and-so, man. I need my bread. I ain't got it, fam. So whatever you think I got, I ain't got. But anyway, so like I said, and I just don't believe Jay Claver. There's no way XRP on me goes to 59 cents. I think this is the right time to buy XRP. So everybody's in on it. Like, I can't wait to watch these videos. And I don't think I can watch them with you guys. I don't think that's how that works. But I don't want to risk it. But somebody said Ripple appointed to the ISO 22 Standards Committee. Huge. Yeah, that was big too. So when Ripple got I read that somewhere too. Ripple appointed to the ISO 20022 Standard Committee, which is crazy wild. That means a lot for us. Like, and then maybe it's slowly but surely. You know, the Ripple company, like, they don't seem like they're really selfish people. They just, they just don't look like the typical greasy Wall Street CEO types. When I look at all those people that they have in their company, like, if you go to, Ripple, right? Like, and you go to image, like, they're people, like, they don't look like creeps. Like, they don't look like greasy, scumbaggy-ish people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they, okay, maybe that guy. But, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of my guy's name. Ripple CEO. Before y'all get started talking bad about me. Brad Garlinghouse. Like, he just, I don't know. I think he's divorced. That's about it. But, he seems like he's kept you gotta trust a guy with a beard. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta trust a guy with a beard. And he just, and both of them don't come off too much. Him and what's the guy from Canary? And team and but you know who does look like a sleazeball though? What's his homeboy name? I think of the guy in charge of technology. This guy. Say, fam, it's time to let it go. What is this dude's name? I can't think of it. I know I've heard him say that. Something. And guys, this is a horrible video. And people are like, you don't even know the people who the company you're buying the coins for, and how could you be a true believer if you don't even know? Shut the fuck up. right? Calm down. Anyway, David Schwartz. Now he does look a little creepy, but everybody else looks pretty good. I watched some of their conferences. They speak well. They got a thing going down in Las Vegas. I want to go, but I want to be rich before I go. So, and that's the catalyst right there. So, I've been at the crib working on like AI agents and stuff like that, and just trying to really dive into the future while I got time. Things, but I really do that. I really do believe that you guys need to. Oh, is it this one? Las Vegas? They're gonna be in Las Vegas. Okay. But anyway, let's hit the AI mode real quick. Yeah, Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, Monica Long. She's really good. I heard her speak one time. I think she was at Swell, and I saw the Swell conference or something like that. Somebody went live with it, and I had a chance to see the Swell conference. So, uh, the team is dope out there. Like the team is squared away. Do I know that for a fact? No, but at the end of the day, like I'm trying to get a better photo. This might be old. Let's see. This might be old. Yeah, this is old because Monica Long isn't on there. But either way, guys, y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Um, that Ripple has a true chance to be. So for those, you know, just effing around and coming through. Like I said, XRP is a utility token. It's going to be the way that money moves around the world, faster and cheaper, and it's going to be able to settle the liquidity. So, in essence, and this is my explanation, and anybody can correct me, and I'm okay with that. But in essence, what's going to happen is the reason why it took so long back in the day, which was a couple weeks ago. But when you send money, you got ACH and all this other stuff, and it takes time to validate your purchase, right? So you're sending money that you have to a bank, and the bank has to get that capital together to settle your payment on their side. So it takes time because they're trying to make sure it's you. They're trying to make sure this and the other. There's just the old system used to text it to each other and all stuff. It's like an email, but the new system is on ISO, and so you need liquidity in order to send to both places to make it instant, and that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna make it instant to where it's like, okay, the money's here, just send it. We got it because when you're sending it on the rail, it's gonna come on the backs of XRP, and it's gonna settle it and send it back like boom, instant. Because okay, XRP is backed up by who? Us. The stock, every XRP is worth a lot of money. So how much you trying to send? 1 million? Okay, you need 10 tokens. 10 tokens worth 10,000 to send it across quickly. Now there'll be other companies that do the same thing, but we want a piece of that. And so I think that us coming up on the backs of the financial structure is pretty cool. It's pretty dope. It's another angle, but there's so many different ways. I just think that there's just so many different other things that crypto could do for us as a community. Like, you know, uh, cutting down the DMV and paperwork, and these kids. I mean, walking in somewhere like, oh my God, traffic and food, and just walking in and just tapping your phone and walking out. Like, where you need to order, cool, here you go, click, boom, out. Like, there's no waiting, there's no holding up, there's no swiping. You feel me? It's just a tap of it, and we out instantly. If you don't have it, boom, nope, you got it, yes, let's go. And it's kind of like that now, but it'll be faster. It'll be crazy faster now, especially with and I'm not just talking about. And there are other tokens that handle, like I think MoneyGram and somebody else gonna have their own token, but everybody's gonna have these tokens, and how they're gonna send them to each other to exchange to each other and make sure that the money is there is through XRP. They're gonna use XRP as the car to try. I have a wonderful, 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 wonderful. Let me go pull this up real quick. And I'm probably gonna be in my about another 30 minutes, and I'm gonna get off of here. Properties. I have some dope little add files. I had some dope little let me add that one. And oh, you know what I should have did instead? Because that's I was being an idiot. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do this on the fly so I can. I wonder if this is gonna work on the fly. Okay, let's try it. So what I'm gonna do is take downloaded files, right, and then I'm gonna put them in a folder that is broadcasting the small files on the screen, just in case anybody else is interested in going live and talking to different people. But hopefully this works because guess what? I don't know the name of that file, and I should, and that's bad for business. So let's just do this. Filters, close, and then I can just change it to something that I want to put up here. Okay, so man, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Aha! Right there we go. This is the one that I want to put up. Okay, so this one is another great explanation of kind of how I view XRP. Right. So XRP is going to be like the toll road. Right. Hey, we got the money. If y'all take our toll road, y'all gonna run smoother, bank to bank. Now we got other toll roads that's cool too, but you may have to buy more of those tokens, or they might not have the security, or whatever. They might be the same. You can choose whatever you want to choose, but whenever you want to send big sums of money, like this big lightning bolt or this one, we're gonna be able to do that over other people. And that's what it is. And so everybody's gonna get a little slice of the pie. Everybody's gonna get a little slice of the pie, team. But that's how I look at it, and I really enjoy thinking about the other parts of it, because a lot of people say, "Oh, you need about, mm, I don't know." She's saying 10,000. I don't know. I'm trying to walk up my bag. I got other things to do, but I'm already tied up in American Airlines right now. But I'm thinking I might be able to squeeze up about 300, 400 coins. Just to put on the back burner. If it go to 100, great. You know what I'm saying? Cool, $2,200. If it doesn't, if it goes to 1,000, bruh, listen, hey, and I can't speak to y'all about, there's a lot of guys on here that does, they do all these different things like these cold wallets and again, once I learn all that stuff, I try to come back and relay that type of stuff. But right now, the thing is about it is adding on to the army and being recruiters, right? So I'm a recruiter, and I consider that these people that are on, like, these are lieutenants, right, in the XRP army. Like, this is, the president of the XRP army, right? And you got Jay Claver, who is like the press secretary, right? Maybe I should ask ChatGPT to make me something like that. Let's see that. Let's go to AI mode, right? All right, let's try it. Make me a army hierarchy, XRP army hierarchy, figuratively, with the Ripple CEO being at the top, and then uh, his company being like different lieutenants, and then you got the XRP YouTube army, and is it? Oh, okay, it did something. All right, I don't know. Maybe this was a dumb idea. Okay, so listen, I'll work on that idea next time. But anyway, but you get my drift. So I'm a recruiter because I can't spit out the facts like these guys do and deep dive. I mean, I can and deep dive technical analysis and stuff like that. Like this guy, he's wild. Like this guy's wild. Like I know he can kill somebody. Like this guy, man, bro. And she's cool too. A lot of these dudes do the AI. I'm trying to find my boy. I can't find him right now. He usually doesn't put his face, but he's pretty cool too. High energetic, but you'll see a lot of Jay Caver on everything. Um, but let's go to the actual YouTube and then subscriptions. Okay, yeah, like I said, this guy's he's new. That's AI generated, but I follow it because some of the information is good. It's kind of repetitive. She's real good too. These guys. This guy, listen, let me tell you something. You want to go down conspiracy theory lane, but he be spitting all facts though. It be all facts. But anyway, gang, I just want to encourage you if you came across this video and you're watching my live, yeah, jump in, invest in some XRP. We have an amazing community. I'll try to go live more often and give what I think about what's going on. But just before I end the live, let's get back to the basics. Um, let's get back to what we were talking about. Uh, as far as XRP in the chart, right? So, right now, if we go down to the minute chart, we're up here. We're banging right now, right? Oh, that's XLE. I'm sorry. XRP. Okay. So we've retested a couple times. We trying. I'm telling you that they're selling this off. I definitely believe this is market manipulation, and I hate to say that, but because again, they know XRP is gonna go crazy, and they're also trying to get rid of the shares and trying to eat it down. You got people who've been sitting down there since 10 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, a dollar, trying to get out, because they don't know where it's going. And you got people pulling out the market. So, for me, myself, I have faith. Uh, I think we're going to do something here. Let me take that off. Let's zoom in. Zoom in what we're looking at right there, guys. We're looking good. Had a few moves here. Okay, had a few moves here. Right? We can bust up this 204, 205. I think we got the 207 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So we had got to 207, right? We had got up to 207. And so, whoa. The buyers are hot today, but the sellers are just in their feelings, dog. They just like, no, dog. The sellers just won't just chill and just chill. But we fighting, bro. Like, they just won't let us go. Like, we keep, you know, we got another big jump here. Hopefully we can do 208. I'm trying to get it back over. If I can see anything over 250, I'll be fine. And then, of course, I want the moonshot. I want 100. I just don't see. I really don't even see 100. I could see it doing $30, and just falling shy and be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But for it to hit a hundo, 1,000, let alone. And people say, well, they're not gonna let you guys be rich, bro. It's only 1% of America that own wallets. How many people in America are rich? The 1%. So yeah, and then all it's gonna be trickle down because once we get our money, we're gonna go out to the market and spend it. And so it's a recycling process of how they're gonna fix the deficit. Crypto is gonna save the deficit. I'm trying to tell you because it's a whole bunch of money over here unaccounted for. How in the hell you got trillions of dollars in Bitcoin, billions of dollars? They finna come soak all that up, dog. And they finna let y'all right up. They finna let us. I say us like I've been in crypto forever, but they finna let us right on in this thing. Yes, indeed, feed the needy. They finna let us right on in this thing. And it's good that you're searching around and you found it, and now you're one of the people who are ahead of the game because they're going to now again. People gonna tell you these banks they gonna have their own coins. Yes, they're gonna have their own coins, but is it gonna be based off the same technology to transfer the coin? Because no other bank wants to hold your coin, right? Do you think Bank of America wants to have a whole bunch of Chase coins in their bank? No, they want you to send us your Chase coins, but don't we not taking that? Oh, we'll take that XRP on it though. Cool. Is that okay? So the XRP gonna represent the Chase coin when it come this way. We do it. We send back your little bullshit ass Chase coin. We keep the XRP over here because yeah, everybody accepting XRP because XRP can represent anything, and then we turn that XRP into our stable coin, right? And we send that back and forth, and we use that as a travel in between banks, and you purchase it, and it has to be valuable enough so it can be sent in large or small quantities, and that's why people are going to want to have it around because it breaks down and it already has the backing and the liquidity. Everybody else has to go like these bridge coins that they have now. You got to have backings. That's why these other coins, like and this is my theory, and this is just not do your own research, but like if you make your own coin, right? Again, everybody's not going to want to. They're not going to let you monopolize it because you're a bank. Oh, everybody's got no. That's why Ripple separates itself from XRP, right? It's like XRP is Ripple. Yeah, it is, but it ain't because they know that if they say, "Oh, we are exclusively XRP," then what you're telling me is that now XRP has to find a bridge coin. You see what I'm saying? And then there's no use case for XRP then. But if Ripple with the real USD starts switching around, guess on the backs of what they're gonna be sending their stuff on XRP. Even though that's their baby, and that's why they're staying private. Because when they go big, then they're gonna use XRP. They're gonna let the whole world know, hey, we're using XRP to send money because it has the most liquidity. It's fast, it's built, it's trusted. You see all these connections I made. And they're gonna send it around the world, and it's got to be valuable enough to send around the world, or else you got the same system digitally, just in a big old cluster F. Now, if the stable coins could talk to each other and then bounce off each other, fragment into what each bank needed, then that might be a thing. But we would have to dive deeper, team. So, listen, I do agree that XRP can do its stuff thizzle. Like I'm definitely into that. Maybe we should watch a quick. I saw a quick breakdown of this. One of my favorite YouTube videos, as a matter of fact. Is this? Um. So okay, so we're on that. Then let's pull up this again. Okay, good, 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 good. Let's do this. Let's go to YouTube. And then so this is educational for purposes, right? Uh, Bitcoin is a good one. I like to watch. This is one I love to watch. This one. Check this video out, guys, when y'all get a chance. So there we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If they get that bank, if they get approved for that bank, dog. Mm-hmm. we go. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Hype man. Right. Mm-hmm. There we go. There we go. Okay. Before they take my channel down and be like, oh, we can't do that. Nah. 204 guys. We're banging. Watch out for the whales. What we're doing. Um, Listen, early 2026 will be good. We just gotta make it through this in December. Don't fall for it, guys. You know what I'm saying? Don't overstretch yourselves for Thanksgiving and Christmas, man. Like for me, I already told my son, I told my dad, I told my mom, I'm telling my homeboy, I'm like, listen, now, not this year, dog. I'm stacking in because I don't know what 2026 is gonna look like. We don't know. People getting fired. They think it's like, oh, okay, cool. No, bro, they not. People not paying attention. They see that big news flash, yeah, but you gotta think about all the companies that they not telling you that they firing people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's coming. You know, automation is coming. They already got it at Taco Bell. They was just gearing you up, getting you used to talking to it. You know how you put up to McDonald's and then get that robotic voice first, and then the dude come on, he be like, oh, yeah, because they getting you used to talking to that automated system to order your food. Because you can talk to your AI right now, it can talk right back to you and be like, oh, I got you. Give me 1 second, let me get you right. It's gonna do all that, and is that complete your order? Yeah, boom, done. Now you just sitting there waiting, just working. Now you got an extra worker back there making food instead of taking orders, bro. Like you think McDonald's finna be running, bro? You finna be in and out because they gonna take everybody and just put you to work until they can get them robots to do the job, and then they gonna put y'all out. Then a robot gonna be at the register. Oh yeah, fam. They gonna make. They just gonna make everybody workers. That's it for right now. They just gonna make it. I just think that they make everybody workers and all the technical money handling stuff and the information coming into the so they're gonna make it to where all the information coming into the business is automated and the work being done by the humans for right now until they can afford to automate it. And so that's what it's gonna do. But McDonald's really can't afford. I mean, they can afford to do that, but I don't. I think they shouldn't do that because they're the place where people get their first job, so they can really 5, 10, 30, 50x their stock if they say, you know what, we promise not to automate, but as America, y'all have to invest in us. Y'all have to come eat with us. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like that's the plea that some of these bigger companies can make, but money talks. And if you're getting more orders in and people are more happier with your service because you're automated, what can you do? People with money are not going to complain, but people who need money are going to complain because it's like, well, I could do that job. Well, you can't do it like this robot did. I got my food and I got 25 minutes left on lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to wait here 15 minutes because you got my order wrong and I don't eat tomatoes. You see what I'm saying? So, so I'm trying to tell all my people and all my friends, like, it's coming. So get you a little piece of it, invest. Not financial advice, but I do think I suggest that XRP should be on your list too of purchases when you decide to jump into this big market and learn stocks. I had a buddy of mine call me the other day and was just like, I'm trying to get into it, and he's like, "Could you teach me?" I was like, "Man, I'm not. I could show you what I do. I go to YouTube University. And I've been successful. I took a L though. Ooh, man, I took a L after the shutdown. Ooh, I took a L. I sure thought we was gonna open up and go blasting off, but I was wrong. But I know better. I learned. So next time this happens, or next time I see this type of sentiment in the market, I play puts. But getting into stocks got me into crypto because I'm always looking for the next edge, the next thing that's gonna go up, or where my money can 2x or 3x or 4x. And so that's what it's about. And I try to explain that to people. It's like having a savings account is cool if you make safe money. Cool. If you make unsafe money, like your money fluctuates up and down, throw it into the market. Let me tell you, the best thing I ever did was put money into the market because it acts as a savings account that kind of grows, right? Yeah, it'll drop down a couple of bucks, maybe a couple of bucks, but you know, when it recovers, those couple of bucks gonna double. You just got to give it time, and some people don't have time, but you got to make time. And so, it helped me save like money I thought I couldn't save. I'm looking down, I'm like, damn, I'm investing heavy, but if I wanted to, I could deplete all these assets and have that money. You know what I'm saying? So, um, that's why when I talk to people about saving, I tell them other alternatives is buying into stocks. Find something you like, find something you believe in, find something that you can get, and just start buying it. Maybe put $20, $30 in it every time you get paid, and watch. You're gonna look up and it's gonna be $280 in there. You be like, damn, 280. You might need that for something. But anyway, um, just wanted to come on live, and hopefully, eventually I'll get people in and people that want to talk about XRP and their emotions towards XRP. Because I'm good at talking the technical stuff too, but, you know, uh, you really got to pay attention to people's, mental, because a lot of people are sacrificing. They're the $100 that they could have used for something else, they're putting it into the stock, and they want to hear from somebody that it's going to do well. They want to hear from somebody that sunshine is coming. I'm going to tell you right now. Uh, you can get that out your head. I'm not going to tell you it's going to do great. It's going to make a lot of money. What I will tell you is that you have a community that's going to be here and keep you updated on every little move. And every 30 minutes, every hour, there's somebody talking about the next big move. That gives me confidence in the community under XRP, because it's so many people updating on this. And then you starting to hear bigger names talk about it. The other day, me Kevin did a Bitcoin video. He did a Bitcoin video, so you know what that means. You know he's looking at XRP, but they just won't say it. And I was telling this to the homie the other day. I think they're telling it to their followers and to their people underneath their paywall, but they're not, because I see it in the chats. People saying XRP, XRP, and they won't even mention XRP. They won't even mention XRP. And I'm like, why won't they say it? They talking about everything else. Like all my favorite people in stock, they don't talk about XRP. It's wild. And I'm like, why? Like, I know they fucking know because they in the Bitcoin. And Bitcoin got an issue with XRP and Solana and all this and Ethereum. So why y'all not mentioning these tokens? Yeah, why y'all not mentioning the guardrails being switched over to ISO? Like, why y'all not mentioning the digital age? Because they want to stay ahead of their followers. So they're not going to tell them. They know there's smart people in their groups are telling them, and then they're answering them there. But the people on the outside who just fly by nights and want to ask a question, they're not talking about it. They talk about Bitcoin because everybody knows about Bitcoin. But if the outside audience asks them about XRP, you can see it. Nobody's answering. Nobody. And I'm like, I know y'all see it in the comments. But anyway, that's what was another key to me, that this is probably going to be something big, because nobody's talking about it. And again, if it's not XRP, then XLM, then HBAR, then whoever. But y'all have to be able to send this to each other some way, somehow. And y'all can't send it to each other directly. Y'all cannot. Even if y'all do, it's gonna be too, unless y'all want to deal with that. So y'all gonna have to have a bridge token that's gonna be able to carry that and be worth the amount of money to sell it fast. Now, yeah, you could do it your way, but then it's gonna take, you're gonna be able, and that's the thing that they want to do though. They don't mind it because they want to charge people more fees, but it's smarter to keep charging the same fees and be like, oh, it's getting cheaper because it don't cost that much no more like it used to. But you're not even knowing that it's the same fee they've been charging you. You just don't notice it anymore because your money's growing. You see what I'm saying? So and that's how, like, your MoneyGrams, not the MoneyGrams, but all your smaller niche banks are going to get you. They're going to turn your shit into a token without telling you, and send it over to another bank, and they're going to charge you the same old rail fees, and they're going to pay the new rail fee, which is next to nothing, just to send your shit. just to send your regular money, and they're gonna constantly turn your stuff into tokens. Everything getting tokenized. You just won't know it because you'll be walking around trying to make dollars, physical money. You'll be walking around making physical money, trying to get a physical check. That shit is dead. That shit is dead. 5 years we'll be getting paid every day. For 10 years, 10 years we get paid. 5 years you get paid you can get paid every second, every 30 minutes. You'll be able to say, you know what, let me cash in, I need to pay this bill. Let me cash in, I need to pay this. You'll be able to cash in every day if you want to, because the new financial rails will be so smooth and so easy and so transparent that it's gonna be like, boom, okay, cool. Like, and that's the problem. That's why we get paid every 2 weeks, and some of us get paid every month, because it takes time for all those things to settle, and the trust to be let in. Okay, are you paying this person $700 a day? Yes. Okay, let me double check, make sure you got the money in the bank to pay them $700. All right, we waiting. Okay, you got the money in the bank for the $700. Go ahead, send it over. Okay, I'm sending it over to you. Okay, we loading it up, send it over back to you. Cool, got it. Then your employee gets it, right? Cool. Now it's gonna be like, we know you got it. Cool, don't worry about it. Done. See what I'm saying? We got it. When you want to pay him right now? Cool. How much? 20s, 10s, 5s, 5 cents? How much? Because it'll be no paper anymore. And what the ISO 20022 does is, instead of it being like, an old email, it's like this new deep, realistic, enriched email with more information on it that allows more trust. And so, I suggest you guys take a couple bucks, invest. It's XRP keys. Hopefully, I'll do a face video in the soon, but I mean, in sometime in the future. But for right now, I just want to stick to, just kind of being informative, kind of encouraging, um, you know, uh, and making sure that we're all on the same page. They updated at 6:35. Let me see if I can update this real quick. That's crazy. Huh? And it didn't load. Well, I'll be. Anyway, this is what I look at it as, guys. We're going to be the toll road. Everybody's going to want to be on this toll road because it's going to be cheaper. Come on. See, these little cars, they should be like little coins going to different banks, right? And XRP is like, yeah, I got you. I'm big dog, and I got you. I can afford for y'all to come through, do y'all thing, and shoot stuff out. So anyway, XRP Army was good. I'll try to go live again. I think weekends are gonna be my live days, or maybe at nights. We'll see. If we get enough pull. But that'll be it for me, guys. I've kind of done everything I wanted to do, and it feels good to get this first video out, live video out, and I'll edit it up. But then, yeah, I'm gonna start putting out more little content and giving you guys what you don't want, um, which is cool by me. Uh, so let me get up out of here. Yiddy.